the way, the encounter rate, I was curious about the encounter rate, and I know we talked about the scouting. I knew the scouting thing was trash, and it's actually, like, useless. Like, there's no point to it.
Oh, it's these guys.
But it turns out the Field of Love, the encounter rate wasn't as bad. I think they just made the encounter rate for Field of Courage and Might, like, ridiculously bad for some reason. Because, like, even the Monet Cave in, near Armlock, that place wasn't that annoying to go through. So I think they just, like, made the encounter rate of Courage and Might fields terrible for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what they did. Because other dungeons just weren't as bad. And Phynal doesn't seem as bad so far. Alright, Bowman was dead. That's really ripped. I wanted him alive, but Reyna couldn't get him up in time. But now the encounter rate's like a lot more tolerable. So I guess it was just those two fields for some reason.
This is bad. Brace yourselves.
By the way, bunny shoes are really gonna help when it comes.
Sorry.
By the way, bunny shoes. Oh my word. Bunny shoes are going to help when there's wizards on the screen, and like, you know, people say like, oh, Godspeed. But the thing is, what if I'm not targeted to a wizard? I can like waste time trying to get myself targeted to them. So bunny shoes are gonna help. They do help for the wizards, hence why I wanted them. Even still, I like being able to zip through the map, so. Even if they don't help all that much, I still love the bunny shoes. And they don't take up an accessory slot in this game, unlike in 3, so I feel like they're just a must, at least for the character you're playing as. Oh, good, Ray's dead in time. Dude, why is there a fly, like, right near my computer while I'm streaming? Die. Don't kill Bowman. Alright, he's getting healed. Scout has a quirk. If you use it without the talent, you can make encounter rate go up or down. What do you mean without the talent? What?
Nice.
All I know is that Scout kind of sucks and it's pretty hopeless. It's pretty pointless. Like, there's no point in using it. Symbology Dictionary for Leon. We could actually throw in other characters just to level them up a bit. I got a Mythril Shield. That was the other thing I got for Claude. I could throw in like a mage or something just to get them some levels because again, I have the Eternal Sphere. Lots of areas leading me to floor 2. Alright. I'm not promising we get all the treasure here. I don't think there's anything like super like, oh, you have to make sure you get this that I can remember, but I'm gonna try my best to look around, but I'm not promising we get everything in this place. But I'll do my best to look around. I'm not gonna like speed run it.
Oh crap! Brace yourselves.
You know how each specialty skill has a talent associated with it? Yes. I bet what you're about to tell me is gonna make sense. I don't doubt it's gonna make sense. I'm just like, I'm still gonna think the scouting specialty like barely works and like honestly just shouldn't be in the game or should have been better implemented. Get bombed. Right after the power-up animation. Yo, 37k? Ooh, tear gas. Love me some tear gas. Taking flamethrower for that. Let me see his thing about specialties. Each specialty has a talent associated with it. Yeah. These are talents. By talent, you mean scouting, familiar, trained, music, correct? Are these talents that you're referring to? If so, I guess all you're telling me is that scouting exists, and to that I say it's pointless.
This is serious.
Be careful.
Get bombed? I say get bombed, and then Star Flare comes into effect, and then they get bombed like a second later. Yo, it's doing a lot to these guys, though. Don't get Bowman.
Well, I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10.
You love me some tear gas. Very pog. This way? Oh, this is where things get a lot more confusing. I believe this is going a floor down. And then the other room where we went up. So I remember what room goes up and down.
This looks a little rough.
Counts are different from skills themselves. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sorry.
Got my Eternal Sphere.
Anyone hurt?
Love this weapon.
So.
Go up this way. I'm just like really curious if I would have put Leon here and see how much he gets. Plus, it is the final dungeon, so I feel like I kind of should get a bit of everyone.
Here comes trouble.
We can do this.
Right, these machine guns I remember being annoying. They can, like, stun lock you and get you a game over. I mean, I should be fine. It's the end of the game. I'm totally fine with giving a few other characters the spotlight, even if they suck. I'll probably just, like, play as Claude, because, man,
Sorry.
Eternal Sphere nearly Oko is really fun. I'm gonna open the menu and see what you're talking about with the talents, but I don't think I know about talents. Can't recall.
That's one for us.
Let me see this. Skills. Wait, status. Talents. Originality, nimble fingers, design, scent. Yeah, I know what talents are. I don't really get what you mean about your case, though. I do know what talents are. I just didn't know they were called talents.
Here comes.
Are you trying to say that there's a talent to make scouting actually work? Is that what you're saying? Which honestly, if there is, I don't really care because the encounter rate's like, again, it's not as annoying as it was in Might and Courage. Because even then, I have the avoid encounter. This is like a perfect encounter rate, I feel. Get mirror bladed. There is a talent that makes scouting work. Dude, this whole scouting thing is pretty dumb. Oh, let's give you this really cool specialty that if you want to avoid battles, you can equip it. Oh, but first you need to get a talent,
That was easier than
which you are not going to figure out how to get this talent unless you use a guide or just like guess and get lucky. And then it'll work. It just doesn't work when you first have it. You need to get this talent. That is... I mean, it's good that there's a way to make it work, but still pretty...
Oops, look out!
Do
You know.
really need me for this?
No, we really don't, Leon. You got a point. But at the same time, as I said, the encounter rate in this game, at least now, it's not as bad as it was in those two dungeons, so, like, I don't need it anymore. I want to be doing battles because I'm going to want to get level 100. Knowledge is power sometimes. I can see that. Oh, I'm not getting mad at you in chat. Nah, I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying the devs screwed the pooch on it. You're good. You're good. Floor 3. We should definitely finish the game today. Especially with the Eternal Sphere, like, dominating enemies. Oh, this group gives a lot, so Leon will get a lot of XP from this. And Mirror Bladed. Dude, the animation for Mirror Blade looks so sick. I love seeing Claude, like, slash the enemy aggressively like that. It's so cool. Get power up, power up. Oh no, I love... Yo, 3 levels for Leon. Oh no, I love the skill system in Star Ocean 2. I have my grievances with, like, oh, Scout barely working and all. But that's like one talent, you know? Actually, you know what? I want to go back. Because this is one way to get the floor 3. I feel like the other way to get the floor 3 might actually have treasure.
I could handle this
What was I saying?
myself.
This shouldn't be any problem.
I do like the skill system in this game. Just because I have a problem with one, like, specialty doesn't mean, like, oh, skill system's trash. Nah. I think they screwed up the scouting mechanic. Everything else about the skill system is amazing. I really love it. I'm half and half on the trial and error part of it. Because, on the one hand, I kind of like doing things and seeing what comes out. You know? On the one hand, I like doing things sometimes and seeing what comes out without having a guide. On the other hand, I don't like how guide heavy it is. Especially for a playthrough like this. Where, like, you know, trial and error is fun every now and then, but if I keep doing it and get trial and error, then, like, yo, we got Shadow Flare. If I keep doing it and get trial and error, then, like, you know, it gets boring from a playthrough standpoint, you know? I would say I more hate the trial and error part of it than I do like it. There are some things about the trial and error part where I'm like, oh, it's interesting to get this item and be like, oh, I wonder what's gonna come out. You know, not knowing. The element of surprise is the best way to put it.
What? We're really gonna fight?
But I also kind of hate, like, oh, it's like you need a guide to get all the best stuff. Either way, it's a neat system, though. I really like it. Oh, dude, I'm glad we got to see Shadow Flare. It looks even cooler in this game. Did they have those blue cubes in the PS1 version? I feel like it didn't.
Thanks.
It's like our victory lap. This is like where I'm going to switch in characters that I didn't even use throughout the game. Oh, goodbye, Leon. Now you know why I never used you. But yeah, I'm very mixed on the trial and error part of it, but I can see someone not liking it. I sometimes don't like the trial and error part of it. I hate the trial and error part of it more than I like it. But there are some good things to be said for me, at least. Why can't I hit you? Oh, you had like an invulnerability or something. Yeah, get him, Leon. It's a good system, though. It really is. It's why I love this game so much. Combat itself, like, you know, it's fine. It's not super fun or anything, but it's got its moments.
That was a close one. Any problems? Just count on.
It could definitely be fun to combat. It never gets like, oh, this game is like so amazing. I don't want to put it down with the gameplay, but it could be fun sometimes. It's more fine than it is fun, though. And that's mostly because of its age. This game originally was a PS1 game, hence why, like, the combat's the way it is. So, for the time, definitely, I think it was a big step in the right direction. Alright, where was the way to floor 3 on this side? Because I want to see if there's like treasure.
Whoa. Whoa.
Dude, we're breezing through Phynal, hence why I'm like, I don't mind.
Can't be happening.
Hence why I'm like, I don't mind exploring. We're breezing through this place. Especially the battles with the stuff. Resurrection elixir.
I'd say that
Rest
was
in
8
peace.
out of 10.
Is this the way to floor 3? I don't hate trial and error. I hate how it feels punishing to not know what you were doing when you start. That's fair. I can understand that. Definitely for a first playthrough, I can see it more, hating the trial and error part of it. Yeah, I can understand that.
What?
Can't believe I forgot this game existed. Probably one of the best PS1 RPGs I've never played. It's definitely up there. Oh, also, Rio, welcome to stream. That's your... Good to see ya. It definitely was my favorite PS1. Well, no, Grandia is my favorite game of all time, so obviously Grandia is my favorite. Before I played Lunar 2, Arc the Lad 2, and Valkyrie Profile, it was probably up there. It probably is, like... I don't know if it's in my top 5 PS1 games. I would have to think about it. I definitely think it's one of the better ones, yeah. But also, I played a lot of recent PS1 RPGs that I love. Grandia is my favorite game of all time, hence why it's on the top. Lunar 2 is number 2. Arc the Lad 2 is... I don't know actually if Arc the Lad 2 is higher than Lunar 2. They're basically tied, give or take. Valkyrie Profile is also a really good game. I think I like that game more than this game because of Norse mythology and the battle system. I recently played Xenogears. I don't know if I like Xenogears more than... I might like Xenogears more than... I don't know, actually. I recently did Xenogears, like, on my own time. I don't know if I would prefer... I might prefer Xenogears over this, too. And then there's Tales of Eternia, which I also really love. The PS1's just, like, the best console to ever exist. Well, not best console, but it has like the best RPGs. Honestly, all around RPGs. PS1 is it. Top 5s are Lunar, Grandia, FF7, Chrono Cross, TOD, Tales of Destiny.
Any problems? Just count on me.
What was I gonna say? Oh, Lunar 1 probably wouldn't be too far from there. Lunar 2 would be like a top 10, or not Lunar 2, Lunar 1. I like Lunar 2 more. I still like Lunar 1 though. Lunar 1 is also a good game. TOD might be better. Eternia, I love Tales of Eternia. Good Tales game, good PS1 RPG.
Oops, look out!
Do you really need me for this?
Valkyrie Profile is good, but what I said about punishing people for things they can't possibly know if it does far worse. Yep, dude, you said it. You said it. My biggest problem with Valkyrie Profile is how punishing it can be when you don't know what you're doing. You need a guide to get what is considered the best ending of the game, and the B ending is just not satisfying, dude. It's just not. I would say, like, oh, you could settle for the B ending. You can't. I cannot. I would not like that game as much if the B ending was the only ending in the game. The A ending is why I love the game so much, but it's really unfortunate how much of a barrier it is to actually get that ending, you know? So I completely agree with you.
That was easier than I thought.
Excellent!
But I'm gonna say this. Another game, FF10-2, is another game where it's not as bad as Valkyrie Profile in, like, punishing. But FF10-2 had some things about it that were, like, really hard to get on the first run, but not as bad as Valkyrie Profile. I probably didn't like Valkyrie Profile like as much. I think the first time I played it, I got the B ending, and I wasn't really like, I was like, it was like good, but I wish the ending was better. But then when I played it like a second or third time, I tried to get that A ending. That's when I loved the game. So I didn't really love the game. I liked the game with the B ending, but I didn't really love the game until I got the A ending. Dude, they're porting Valkyrie Profile to the PS5 with Elysium. I don't have time to play it before Elysium because it comes out the same day, and I have other playthroughs to do. I'm probably gonna be replaying it when that port drops. Because, like, why not, right? I wanted to Redux Valkyrie Profile, but, like, I just don't have the time. It's not a super long game, but I just, you know, I have other stuff to play. I can't afford to spend time doing it, unfortunately. Saga Frontier's a nightmare. There's Saga Frontier where you need a guide. I never played Saga Frontier. Didn't that get remastered for the PS4?
Easy peasy. Who's the man now?
Not you, Leon. Not you. Alright, I'm gonna take Leon. Leon? Chisato. Wait till Bowman gets a level and switch someone out.